Yo, this be actually really hard.
Okay, so we're in Piccadilly Gardens and I'm here with
Elliot.
Shania and Zusa. I'm also at Christ. We're asking questions about sort of black history in the black community. Our first question is, do you feel as though there's a strong black community in Manchester?
I think like more like my side of the community, definitely, because like, I'm from that area and like everywhere you go, always like black people, everyone knows everyone, like your auntie's over there, your uncle's over there, like it's like a big community and it's like really nice.
What do you think is best, or what do you think is the strongest part of the black community?
I think the strongest part is just like, it's probably like knowing each other, you know, like it's like you come home and your mum's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know, David down the block, like,
right.
Just like everyone just knows each other. I think that's the best bit.
Familiarity and like just a strong sense of community.
Yeah.
I'm new to Manchester, so I don't really know.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Newcastle.
From Newcastle, okay. And okay, so you're not very familiar with the area. Do you think there's a strong black community in the UK in general? Or in Newcastle? What's your experience in Newcastle?
Well, Newcastle is known for like white people areas, so I would say like when it comes to like big cities, I would say there's like a strong black community, like London especially. But yeah.
There definitely is, but like, I don't know, it's weird because like certain places you'll go, you'll see no other black people, and then some places you go to a bus stop and you see five black people in one place. It's crazy, you know, like, you pop out at certain times, and then certain times, no one's seen.
Right, and why do you think it's so, I mean, definitely back in the days, there used to be sort of bigger or like areas where you'd find loads of black people. Why do you think it's so dispersed these days?
I don't know, I guess it's just in the grand scheme of things, we do make up quite a small percent of the population.
Yeah.
So like, I know it probably seems bigger sometimes, like you walk down the street, you see 5 and you're like, wow, damn. But then you kind of like, I don't know, you go and time that out to like 5 different places, you ain't seen like 2, 3 other black people all night.
I think the black community is strong, but it's not that known.
Right.
So for people my age, it's not something that like we know about.
Right, okay. And why do you think that is?
I mean, for me, I don't really go out much, so I can't really speak on that. But for people that do go out, I actually don't know. Maybe it's just to do with the areas that it's located in, the areas that people are located, whether it's easily accessible for them to just know about like their black heritage or whatever. Just
And so where do you feel that the black communities are, what areas do you feel the black communities are strongest?
I'd say there's a bit of black everywhere, so I can't really, there's no like specific area. I'd say it's stronger like a little bit outer cities, not too inside the city. That's where I feel it's the strongest, that's where I see the most black people and more black communities.
Right.
We have got a strong community in Manchester, yes, we do,
Moss Side, okay.
Yes.
And do you think it compares to, I'm not sure if you've sort of grown up in England, do you think, is it more than what it was back in the day, or is it less?
I think it's less. I think we spread about, you see.
Right, okay. Okay. What are some things that you were taught about black history?
In school, not much.
Not much? Just pretty much slavery and that's it?
We didn't even get taught slavery in school. I went to a Catholic school in Ashfields, and basically, our black history was not taught in school.
Right. Were you taught anything sort of from your community or from any people you sort of looked up to, any mentors?
Nope.
Not at all?
No.
Okay.
School, you didn't get taught shit. Apparently it starts with slavery and it fucking seems to end in the civil rights movement and all that kind of shit. That's all they teach you in it.
Right.
One teach.
In primary school, I didn't actually learn anything about black history,
Right.
which is quite surprising, but I didn't learn anything about black history. When I got to high school, we started learning about different black leaders, like concerning subjects. So we learned about black mathematicians, of like astronauts. We watched a movie. I forgot what the movie was called. It was a really good movie. Yeah, it was just learning about them in different areas of like school life, like subject-wise. That's what I really learned. I also learned about some black artists as well, like music-wise and painting-wise, or like material-wise, if that makes sense.
The expressive art.
Yes, expressive art.
Right.
So fashion designers, painters, sculptors.
Right.
Not very well-known sculptors, but there are a few. That's what I've learned just in high school.
I think I've learned that black people, like, I feel like we've kind of been through a lot, but like we're still together in like that kind of sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it properly, but like I feel like they have like a really good sense of like being together as like a family. Like even black people I don't even know, like they can like kind of give me this warm welcome feeling, and even like we've been through so much depression and things like that, we're still kind of together.
Right.
So that's I think one thing that I've learned a lot about black people.
Growing up, what I learned, like in terms of black history, the only thing that's really taught about in school is, I mean, I guess like slavery. There's some sort of rebellions they teach about, and civil rights leaders.
Do you mean like in school, or do you just mean like in general?
Yeah, like in school, I'm sort of growing up things you hear around the neighborhood.
Oh,
as well.
right, yeah. Because like in school is very different. Like in school, I feel like in school and like on the news and stuff, like they make it out like black people like especially in Africa, like you see Africa and then you think, oh, Africa's poor, you don't have any water, but really it's probably like the most richest like continent in the world. Like very rich place, like everybody's rich in Africa. But
Yeah, well, there are some places that are very affluent. There's some places that
some places
obviously
not,
are
but
quite
most
poor.
like most of the time they like present it as like it's kind of poor when it's not. In school, like you always learn about how like we like ship from this place to here or ship from that place to here. Like almost like we're immigrants.
Right.
But like most people that I know that are black are born in England and things like that. But like because like we've been here then, or like you get what I mean, like we've kind of moved everywhere. So like you might think like there's lots of like different kind of black people around, like I'm Jamaican but I'm also Nigerian.
Right.
And it's all that's probably like Mongolian and things like that, like there's loads of black people and things like that. So like yeah, you do learn quite a lot from school, but like it's not always the best because like you only learn like what's shown.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that you don't know about black people and you wouldn't know unless you are black.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, so you said you were like sort of half Jamaican, half Nigerian.
Yeah.
What's the sort of split? So is your mother Nigerian or is your mother Jamaican?
Right. I'm not just Nigerian, actually. Like my mom's also mixed race, so she's Nigerian,
Okay.
Irish, and Italian. Right. So and my dad is Jamaican and American.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like my mom's a Nigerian side, that's like the Jamaican side.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
don't sweat. And I have some questions. So have you ever heard of King James, like for example the King James Version Bible? Have you ever heard about King James?
No.
Or like from the King James Version Bible?
No.
King James.
Heard of King James?
Top of my head, I think I have, yes.
So did you know that King James was actually a black man and he ruled over Europe in the 1600s? That's why England referenced that as the Dark Ages. It's where black people ruled over Europe.
I did not know that.
Wasn't taught that history?
No.
I mean, it's probably probably history they don't want you to know where black people were ruling.
Probably.
You ever heard about Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you know that the Bible actually describes Jesus Christ as a dark-skinned black man with woolly hair?
Nah, I didn't know that part. I knew full well he didn't look like what they put on all the pictures because come on, he lived in Israel, man. He didn't look like that. But
Right. I think you'd have an issue with the sun.
Yeah.
But not only that, not only was King James a black man, but the Jews, which are the people that spoke about God's chosen people in the Bible, they are described as black in the Bible. The prophets, the Bible says that certain prophets were called Niger, which is the Latin word for black, which is where the oppressor today gets the word nigger from.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Christ, Yahushua in the Hebrew, he's described as a dark-skinned black man with woolly hair. Do you think that if black people knew this, or if they were taught this history, they would have sort of a greater self-esteem about themselves?
I think so. And the reason is because we've been put down for so long. So we've been made to feel like, oh, there was no one important with black in our lives.
Right.
But if that that information was out there, I feel like a lot more people would feel more confident, they'd be able to express themselves more, they'd just be able to feel confident with taking up positions of power as well. Like, for example, in the House of Parliament, members of Parliament as well, we've not got that many ethnic people.
Right.
So maybe if we were given that information at an earlier age as well, it would give us that confidence to just step up a little bit and take up those positions of power.
Oh, for sure it would, yeah. Because I guess that, like, I don't know, even myself, I'm not really into country religion, but I feel like to know that the prophet and the Messiah himself were one of you would probably help you get much more into it.
Yes, because thinking about it now, more young ladies now are fighting for having natural hair.
Right.
And it's our choice whether we want to wear straight hair or wigs and stuff. But natural hair, we are fighting more to have it in schools and in workplaces, because some of the managers don't want us to wear Negro hair.
That's right.
And they have banned it a lot. I know my grandson was told to undo his plaits in St. Luke's School of Moss Lane.
Right.
And we had to fight for no. He had to go and unravel his hair in the bathroom.
Really?
So now you're kind of getting me into something now.
I mean, this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely. I mean, what you've experienced and things we've all experienced is in this kingdom. It just shows us that there's sort of there's a difference. There's really no equality. Britain loves to talk about equality, but there's equality for certain other races. Like the Afghanians, they came in, they got housing, but especially the Caribbean community, we came here, we fought in their wars, and then we got deported in the Windrush. Like the disparity between how they deal with us and how they deal with other nations is huge.
I don't see the difference, because if another island or a different country can come in and wear whatever they want to wear, cover the hair, cover the faces. We've come in with our natural hair, so why can't they accept it? And like you said, our forefathers came in and fought in their war.
They wouldn't have won our war to come to us.
And they're not being recognized.
Right.
You know, and I'm just finding out more about some of these black soldiers, the fighters, the jet fighters, are not being recognized. Now you open a big can of worms and I'm giving you 2 minutes.
I appreciate your time though. I appreciate your time. But that's a really heavy point you brought, how we're not recognized. And only us are told or taught to sort of dim our light to please the oppressor. Whereas these other nations there, you know, they can wear their hijabs, they're not really told anything. Right.
That's what I'm saying, and for some reason, because of our skin colour is not the same as they are, they don't look at us as different. Even the Indian people think they're white. And this is a big point, because when you go shopping as well, instead of putting the money in your hands, they'll throw it in your hands.
Right.
And we, not just the English people, are prejudiced against us. We find in different nations now. And right now, it's just silly.
Definitely, yeah, because like I feel like one thing that black people like say a young black girl, when I was young, I used to always want to be white.
Right.
Like I used to be like the white people are better, like the superior, like I used to kind of think like because I'm darker I'm worse, like the darker the worse I used to think. But now that I've grown up and realised that I've learned all these new things about black people, I realise that black people are way better than white people. Like not in a racist way or anything like that. Like I'm not trying to be racist, but like when I say that, I mean like we have a really big like background, and like there's loads of like black like heroes, I would say, like, or like inspirational people that are black, and like you don't learn about until like you're older, because like when you're young you just kind of see the basics of things and what they want you to know. So yeah, I think it would definitely make like those black people more confident, especially young black people, especially because they receive a lot of like oppression and stuff like that. So yeah.
You're interviewing me. I normally interview people.
Really?
I am a DJ.
You're a DJ? That's very interesting.
Right, I'm from Moods Radio.
Right, okay.
And I'm called Sweet Tea. So when you talked to me, I thought, all right, well, let's see where you're coming with this. I was giving you 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, just to let you know, we actually have some events coming up. So, I mean, I talked about King James and how he was a black man. We actually have the Feast of Tabernacles coming up, which is a high holiday in the Bible. which we'll be hosting in King James Castle, in the castle that King James grew up. We also have sort of a club event in Leicester. You have the flyer. We have some street speakers where we teach the Bible and teach Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians who they were before slavery.
And why is it that when we have all these special things going on that we can't get a day off to celebrate it?
Right.
This is another point as well, another issue. I mean, I can speak now because I'm like you're opening the can of worms. But why can't we have a day off to celebrate? I think we'll still always be in slavery. We'll always be in slavery, no matter what. No matter if children or whatever marry into the different cultures, no matter what, they will never see our children as being part of them. We'll always be separated from these people. And I love the English. I work in them. I got fantastic bosses, and basically this is how it's going to be. We just have to deal with it, and this is a lot of us are just going with the flow, dealing with it. Maybe I'm different to some older people because they will not accept it. But I go to work and I love my bosses. I have a lot of friends that are not prejudiced because of who I am. But there is us as black people. We're private. Some people are private. They don't want to open up. I open up at work. I'm at work. I want to have 8 hours of relaxing, having fun with my colleagues. When I've left work, I've left work. You know, but I think like what you're going through and King James and all that, he's got a special birthday coming up. They should give us a day off for that. So those who want to go and celebrate and stuff like that should be able to. Not when you have a king on the throne and they're having a day off for that. And Queen Mother's dying, they have a day off for that. Rubbish.
Remembrance Day.
Rubbish. We don't have nothing to celebrate. To say, you know what, the black people. You know, at work they're saying, what about there? When do they get a special day to celebrate? The English are now crying out for that now because they think we're crying out for too much things now. But we're just starting.
That's right. We really don't have anything.
No, we don't. We're just starting. We never used to open our mouths. Our parents never used to say nothing, but just go with the flow. And it's about time, like, people are taking a stand.
Absolutely right.
Whatever you're doing, we'd love to do it.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.